Hello friends, today we are going to see module number 1 Laplace transform. So in which we are going to see a definition of Laplace transform and condition for existence of Laplace transform and some properties, theorems, formulas to solve Laplace transform of further functions. Well, we are well known are familiar with the integrations, definite or indefinite integrations. So in this lecture first we see a definition of Laplace transform which is given here. So here we have f of t be a function defined for positive values of t. The Laplace transform of f of t is denoted by L of f of t or f of s, simply small f of s, and is defined as Laplace of f of t is equal to f of s and is equal to the integration 0 to t e raised to minus st f of t dt, where e raised to minus st f of t is bounded and s is a parameter which is a real or complex. Okay, for boundedness s should be greater than 0. Okay, positive number, t is a positive number, and integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus st f of t dt. When this integral exists, then we can say that Laplace of it as Laplace of f of t. Okay, so this is the easiest definition we have seen. Laplace of f of t is nothing but the integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus st f of t dt. If this integration exists, then we can say that value of this integral is nothing but Laplace of f of t. Here we can say Laplace transform. Laplace transform is nothing but a transformation of time domain to the frequency domain. Okay, so anything in time domain is transformed to frequency domain, which is the exact work of Laplace transform here. Now condition of existence of Laplace transform. So e raised to minus st f of t, in which s is positive and modulus of e raised to minus st f of t is less than some finite number m. Okay, so if this is happening, then integral exists, and integral exists when we can say that Laplace is exist. Okay, now see Laplace transform of elementary functions. What are the elementary functions? So first is f of t is equal to t raised to n, that is algebraic function. N is greater than equal to 0, that means non-negative numbers. By definition, Laplace of f of t is equal to integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus st t raised to n. So we are using this definition t raised to n into dt. So t raised to n is nothing but f of t, which is given here. Put st is equal to x. Okay, st is equal to x, then t is equal to x by s. As t tends to 0, x also tends to 0, t tends to infinity, x also tends to 0. That means after substitution, limits of the integration may not be changed here. By this substitution, limits of original integration doesn't affect. Also, es into dt is equal to dx. That means we are having integration, derivative, ordinary derivative with respect to x. We get es dt is equal to dx. This should implies dt is equal to dx by s. So put all these substitutions in this integration. So Laplace of f of t, which is Laplace of t raised to n, is equal to 0 to infinity e raised to minus x. Okay, instead of writing t, we must write x by s raised to t n, and for dt we have dx by s. Okay, so we use all the transformations. Now we can see here x by s raised to n means x raised to n divided by s raised to n, and here it is 1s. That means s raised to n into s is nothing but s raised to n plus 1. Okay, as s is parameter and it have a constant with respect to x, so we can take it as constant outside the integration, 1 divided by s raised to n plus 1. Okay, so into integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus x into x raised to n. Therefore Laplace of t raised to n equal to 1 upon s raised to n plus 1, 0 to infinity, integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus x raised to n dx. By definition of gamma function, what is that? Gamma n plus 1 equal to integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus x raised to n plus 1 minus 1 dx. So here we can write plus 1 minus 1. So this is nothing but gamma n plus 1. So we can write Laplace of t raised to n is equal to gamma n plus 1 divided by s raised to n plus 1 if n is fractional number. Okay, and if n is a positive integer, then Laplace of t raised to n is nothing but factorial n divided by s raised to n plus 1. Okay, so these are the two important formulas. We are going to use them to solve further examples. Now second one, see f of t is equal to e raised to at, where a is any real number. So by definition Laplace of e raised to at is equal to integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus st into e raised to at dt. So is equal to, now we can see here base is same, we can combine the terms in power. So e raised to minus sign is common, so here it is a sign, here it is minus a. Okay, so here positive a, hence after taking minus sign outside, here must here the sign of a must be negative. So integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus into s minus a into t dt. Now integrate with respect to t, we can write e raised to minus bracket s minus a into t divided by minus bracket s minus a, limits from 0 to infinity. Now put upper limit and lower limit, we can write e raised to minus s minus a into infinity divided by minus into s minus a, minus lower limit. So here it is minus and minus for the lower limit, so we have changed the sign plus e raised to minus s minus a into 0 divided by s minus a. As the value of this integral, this quantity becomes 0 as s tending t tending to infinity, that means e raised to minus infinity becomes 0, so whole value is 0 plus e raised to 0 means 1 over s minus a. So Laplace of e raised to at equal to 1 upon s minus a. So we are going to remember this formula to solve much examples in the next. So we can see similarly for Laplace of f of t is equal to e raised to minus at. Here we have seen plus at. Now here we can see for negative at. So Laplace of e raised to minus at is nothing but 1 upon s plus a. Okay, as here it is positive a, here it is negative a, and here it is negative a, here it is positive a. Okay, so you can solve this yourself by using this technique. Okay, is it okay? So now let's move to the next, third one, Laplace of sin at. If a function is given as sin at, trigonometric function where a is any real number. Now by definition Laplace of sin at is equal to integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus st sin at dt. So we are going to use formula for this integral. Solution of this integral is given by this formula. let me re-show you that one. Okay, so integration e raised to ax sin bx dx is nothing but e raised to x divided by a square plus b square a sin bx minus b cos bx. So exactly we are going to use this formula to this integral. So this integral becomes Laplace of sin at is equal to e raised to minus st divided by minus s square plus a square minus s into sin at minus a cos at. Okay, now put limits, upper limits and lower limits we can write. So for upper limit infinity, this quantity becomes 0. So 0 into something is always 0 here, minus lower limit e raised to minus s into 0, so this quantity becomes 1. So 1 over a square plus a square into bracket minus s sin 0 minus a cos 0. So minus s sin 0 is 0, here it is 0, minus a into cos 0 is 1, so minus a, so here it is minus a into this minus, so this becomes Laplace of sin at is equal to a divided by a square plus a square. Okay, are you getting my point? Okay, so in the next fourth one, f of t is equal to cos at. So Laplace of cos at is equal to integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus at cos at dt. So for this we use this formula, integration e raised to ax cos bx d raised to ax divided by a square plus b square a cos bx plus b sin bx. Okay, so by exact using this formula to this integral reduces to Laplace of cos at equal to e raised to minus st divided by minus a square plus a square minus s cos at plus a sin at. Putting the limits, upper limits and lower limit, when e to the power negative infinity, that becomes 0. So this bracket whole value, this becomes 0, minus lower limit e raised to minus s into t, having 0 here, lower limit 0. So e raised to minus s into 0 divided by a square plus a square into bracket minus s into cos 0 plus sin 0 is 0. So let me write, that is, here it is minus s and here it is minus, so becomes s divided by a square plus a square. Okay, now fifth one, Laplace of sin hyperbolic at. Okay, here we can see that f of t, if f of t is given to you sin hyperbolic at, then what is the Laplace transform of sin hyperbolic at? So by definition it is integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus st sin hyperbolic at. But sin hyperbolic at is nothing but e raised to at minus e raised to minus at divided by 2. So putting this value in the integral, we get integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus st into e raised to at minus e raised to minus at divided by 2 into dt. So separate the integrals. Integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus st e raised to at divided by 2 dt minus integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus st into e raised to minus at divided by 2 dt. So 1 by 2 is constant in the both integrals, so we can take a constant as outside and write integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus s minus a into t dt minus 1 upon 2 integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus s plus a t dt. So after integrating and substitute the limits, we can write their values as 1 by 2 e raised to minus s minus a into infinity divided by minus times s minus a plus e raised to 0 s minus a minus 1 upon 2 integral, sorry, value of the integral is e raised to minus s plus a infinity divided by minus times s plus a plus e raised to 0 s plus a. So the value of e raised to minus infinity 0, so both these values becomes 0 here. So minus is equal to 1 upon 2 into 1 divided by s minus a minus 1 upon 2 into value of this is s plus a, 1 upon s plus a. So taking 1 upon 2 common, 1 upon 2 into 1 over s minus a plus minus 1 upon s plus a. So it will be 1/2 s plus a minus bracket s minus a divided by s square minus a square, that is s minus a into s plus a is s square minus a square. So sin hyperbolic at का Laplace is nothing but 1/2 2a divided by a square minus a square, that is upon a square minus a square. So this is possible only when s is a positive quantity or greater than the modulus of a. Okay. Now see sixth one, cos hyperbolic at t. Laplace of cos hyperbolic at t is nothing but integral 0 to infinity e raised to minus st cos hyperbolic at t. But cos hyperbolic at t is nothing but e raised to at plus e raised to minus at divided by 2. So we can substitute cos hyperbolic at in the LHS. So Laplace of e raised to at plus e raised to minus at divided by 2 is equal to half Laplace of e raised to at plus Laplace of e raised to minus at. So this is because of linear transform shows linearity property. So linearity property we can see in the last end of this lecture. So Laplace of cos hyperbolic at is nothing but half 1 upon s minus a plus 1 upon s plus a, because Laplace of e raised to minus at is equal to 1 upon s plus a, as we have seen in the first page. And Laplace of e raised to at is nothing but 1 upon s minus a. So easily we can see value of this integral must be 1/2 into s plus a plus s minus a divided by s square minus a square, and that is s divided by s square minus a square. So this is possible only when s is not equal to a and s is greater than modulus value of a. Okay. So easily we can see these two formulas. Now last one, if Laplace of 1 that is if f of t is equal to 1 constant function, then integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus st 1 dt is equal to integration minus st divided by minus s 0 to infinity is equal to e raised to minus s into infinity divided by minus s plus e raised to minus s into 0 divided by s. So after putting the values we get 0 plus 1 upon s. So Laplace of 1 is nothing but 1 upon s. Now see list of the formulas. First formula, Laplace of t raised to n is equal to gamma n plus 1 divided by s raised to n plus 1. N is greater than equal to 0. Laplace of e raised to at is equal to 1 upon s minus a. Here it is plus, here it is negative. S is greater than a. Laplace of e raised to minus at, then we can see value of this is 1 upon s plus a. That means here it is negative, here it is positive. S is not equal to minus a. Fourth one is Laplace of sin at is equal to a divided by s square plus a square. Cos at, Laplace of cos at is s divided by s square plus a square. S is positive for both the cases. Laplace of sin hyperbolic at is equal to a divided by s square minus a square. S is greater than modulus value of a. Laplace of cos hyperbolic at is nothing but s divided by s square minus a square. So s is greater than modulus value of a. And Laplace of 1 is 1 upon s is greater than 0. Okay, so this is the list of formulas and we are going to use this list to solve some examples. So question number 1 is find Laplace transform of following functions. So functions are given to you: f of t is equal to t, f of t is equal to t square, and f of t is equal to t raised to 10. So first we see Laplace of f of t is equal to, here this formula, here n is equal to 1, so Laplace of t is equal to n 1 plus 1 divided by s raised to 1 plus 1 equal to gamma 2 divided by s square. Gamma 2 is nothing but factorial 1 is divided by s square, and factorial 1 is nothing but 1, so 1 upon s square. So Laplace of f of t is equal to 1 upon s square. So here are 4 steps, but we are having answer in only one line. Now we see Laplace of t square. So Laplace of t square is nothing but, see here n is equal to 2, so by this formula gamma 2 plus 1 divided by s raised to 2 plus 1 is equal to gamma 3 divided by s cube is nothing but factorial 2, okay, divided by s cube. Factorial 2 is nothing but 2 into 1 over s cube, that is 2 by s cube. So similarly for third one, Laplace of t raised to 10 is nothing but gamma 10 plus 1 divided by s raised to 10 plus 1 equal to gamma 11 divided by s raised to 11. So gamma 11 is nothing but factorial 10 divided by s raised to 11 is equal to factorial 10 is nothing but product of 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So divided by s raised to 11. So this is the value of Laplace transform of s raised to 10. Now see next example. Question number 2. Find Laplace transform of following functions: e raised to 3t, e raised to minus 5t, e raised to 11t, e raised to minus 20t. So solution, we know that Laplace of e raised to at is equal to 1 upon s minus a, and Laplace of e raised to minus at is equal to 1 upon s plus a. So for this first one, Laplace of e raised to 3t is nothing but by this formula 1 upon s minus 3. So for second, e raised to minus 5t, Laplace of e raised to minus 5t is nothing but 1 upon s plus 5. So for third one, Laplace of e raised to 11t is nothing but 1 upon s minus 11. Laplace of e raised to minus 20t is nothing but 1 upon s plus 20. So this is for question number 2. Now find the Laplace transform of following functions: sin 3t, cos square t, sin square t, and cos 9t. Solution, we know that Laplace of sin at is equal to a divided by a square plus a square, and Laplace of cos at is equal to s divided by a square plus a square. For first one, Laplace of sin 3t is nothing but, here 3 is nothing but a, so therefore 3 divided by a square plus 3 square, but 3 square is nothing but 9, so answer is 3 divided by a square plus 3, 9. Now B, Laplace of cos square t. Here cos square t is nothing but 1 plus cos 2t. Here I have forget to write. Here it is cos 2t. Okay, 1 plus cos 2t. So here one mistake happened. Cos 2t divided by 2. So therefore Laplace of cos square t is nothing but Laplace of 1 plus cos 2t divided by 2. So 1 upon 2 is constant, and separating the Laplace, 1 upon 2 Laplace of 1 plus 1 upon 2 Laplace of cos 2t. So this is nothing but 1 upon 2 into Laplace of 1 is 1 by s, and 1 upon 2 into Laplace of cos 2t is s divided by s square plus 4. Okay, so the last we are going to see Laplace of sin square t is, but sin square t is equal to 1 minus cos 2t divided by 2. Therefore Laplace of sin square t is equal to Laplace of 1 minus cos 2t divided by 2. So separating the Laplace, 1 upon 2 Laplace 1 minus 1 upon 2 Laplace cos 2t. So is equal to 1 upon 2 into 1 upon s minus 1 upon 2 into s divided by s square plus 4. Now D, Laplace of cos 90. So cos 90, so by using formula Laplace of cos 90 is equal to s divided by s square plus 9 square, and that will be 81. So in between C, B and C we are having one linearity property of Laplace transform. So we see what is that property. If Laplace of f of t is equal to f of s and Laplace of g of t is equal to g of s, then for constant c1 and c2, Laplace of c1 f of t plus c2 g of t is equal to c1 f of s plus c2 g of s. For example, Laplace of t square plus 3 sin 2t minus 4 e raised to 2t plus cos hyperbolic 3t, then what is the value of this function, Laplace of this function? So Laplace of t square plus 3 times Laplace of sin 2t minus 4 times Laplace of e raised to 2t plus Laplace of cos hyperbolic 3t. So Laplace of t square is nothing but 2 by s cube plus 3 into Laplace of sin 2t is nothing but 2 by s square plus 4 minus 4 times Laplace of e raised to 2t is nothing but s 1 upon s minus 2 plus Laplace of cos hyperbolic 3t is nothing but s divided by s square minus 9. So this is the value when a given function is like this. By using linearity properties, we may write value of this in Laplace as this. So along with this, we are having to stop here in this lecture. We have seen that definition of Laplace transform and linearity property and the condition of its existence, formulas, and exact use of formulas in the solution of examples. Okay, so let me stop here. In the next lecture we will see some more interesting examples.